Welcome back to another episode of FUNalysis. My name is Scott. I'm a scouting and strategy mentor for Team 1987, the Broncobots, from Lee Summit North High School in Lee Summit, Missouri. On this episode, I'll be breaking down the latest world high score for this year's FRC game Rebuilt. This new high score was set at the California District Central Valley event in Playoff Match 1, featuring two of the world's best teams, with teams 254 the Cheesy Poofs and team 1323 Madtown Robotics. Let's take a look at the match and see how this dynamic duo of blue bots set the latest high score.
Before we get to our next segment, we'd like to thank the following. It isn't too late to order competition apparel for your team at FRC Tees. Founded by FRC alumni and offering a free 14-day turnaround with expedited options available, go to frctees.com to see why hundreds of teams are making FRC Tees their first choice for their apparel needs. That's frctees.com. Osh Cut is a premier metal cutting service for first teams. No minimum order, options for same-day turnaround, guaranteed lead times, and instant online quotes. Osh Cut is offering first teams 50% off any future order up to $200 when you scan the QR code or go to funroboticsnetwork.com/OSHCUT. Just upload a 3D model or flat pattern to get started.
Starting off in the autonomous period, the first thing you'll notice is that Team 1323 Madtown Robotics beats their blue robot into the middle of the field, ensuring that they can get a full hopper load of fuel. While Madtown and this blue robot get to the field roughly at the same time, you'll notice that on the other side of the field, Team 254 the Cheesy Poofs significantly beat out the blue robot into the middle of the field. So much so that when this blue robot's on the other side of the field come back for these swipes of fuel, there's almost nothing left in the middle. So with both 1323 and 254 getting out to the middle of the field so quickly and ensuring that they can get a full load of fuel, it significantly aids their efforts here in the autonomous period. So both of our two dynamic duo will shoot their first load of fuel here pretty quickly in the autonomous period with almost entirely full hoppers. But as we come back to the autonomous period, I want you to focus on the top of your screen in 254. You'll notice that the load of fuel that they shoot here during the autonomous period is actually relatively shorter, and there's less fuel in that second load of fuel rather. And I think what this allows them to do is they intentionally want to get back to the middle so that they end the autonomous period right here in the middle of the field, which I think sets them up for the transition shift, ensuring that they can get a full load of fuel. So if they hadn't ended in the middle of load of fuel, it would have taken them a lot longer to get that full hopper. And when you see both Madtown and Cheesy Poofs back here in the middle of the field for the transition shift, they're going to significantly increase their score, so much so that here, after all is done, the accounting in the transition shift, the Red Alliance is already up to 200 fuel scored after the transition shift. As we go into this first non-active shift, I think one of the things that can't be underrated about how this alliance was able to score so much fuel was the work done by 2367, the third member of this alliance, in stealing fuel from the other side of the field from blue and then shuttling it back over to the red side of the field. You'll notice right here that Madtown Robotics has stopped shooting with about 10 seconds left to go in this transition period. And what this allows them to do is get a full load of fuel right as they begin sort of the beginning of this active shift. And then as you'll see here, 2367 just pushed another load of fuel here to Madtown. And if we look towards the top of the screen, we'll see that there's two blue robots actually coming over, attempting to play some defense and to steal some of the fuel out from underneath the Red Alliance in 254. But you'll notice here that the Cheesy Poofs still managed to get a decent load of fuel anyway, and if you look on this bottom side of the screen, the Blue Alliance is almost completely ignored this bottom corner, leaving 1323 plenty of fuel to just keep continuously just shooting on the move, making sure they scoop up every last bit of it. And of course, again, notice the efforts of 2367. One of the things I like about most of what they're doing here in this match is that they're not shooting the fuel over to the other side, but rather they're reversing their intake, letting those balls trickle and pile up neatly in the corner, which allows 1323 to then come back and scoop all of those up in a nice, tight, compact group rather than having to chase balls that might have been shot all the way from the other side. So as we look at the end of this Red Alliance's first active shift, they have scored over 243 points in this first active shift, taking their points from 200 all the way up to 443. One of the things you can say kind of led to that was the fact that just Madtown was 1323 was just never starved for fuel, at any point during that active shift. And for 254, in the times during that shift when they were able to shoot, they still had a relatively full hopper load of fuel. And so there was almost no wasted effort in the times in which they did choose to shoot. So now we're in this second non-active shift for the Red Alliance. You see both 254 and 1323 collecting as much fuel as they can out of the midfield, while 2367 is down in the Blue Alliance, shuttling fuel down from the corner that the Blue Alliance had sort of stacked up for themselves over to this Red Alliance. And once again, we'll see as 1323 gets ready to go here into this active shift, they have plenty of fuel available in this corner for them as we get into this active shift. So you'll see here in a second, again, at about 10 seconds left to go in this transition, in this period before their active shift, 1323 has stopped passing the fuel, and they're focused on collecting a full hopper load. Again, just ensuring that they have a very full hopper at the start, and again, thanks to the efforts of 2367, you see that they have a full load of fuel in the corner, ready for them to go once they go through that hopper capacity that they just collected. So again, with about 2 seconds left, we go into this final active shift for the Red Alliance, and again, both 254 and 1323 coming over with a full load of fuel, and 1323 just doing what they do best, just shooting on the move and just vacuuming up all the fuel that they can while moving, just making sure that that turret and that stream of fuel is about as constant as they can get it. And once again, 2367 just doing their best to shuttle as much fuel as they can to the Red Alliance. As we go into this end of the last active shift, the Red Alliance has increased their score again by about another 205 points, going from about 243 to 648 points. So between the two, they're scoring over 200 fuel per active shift, which is just an absolutely astounding rate. And as we go into the last 30 seconds, that number does not stop and just keeps going. With 1323 and 254 able to both get relatively full hopper loads here during this last part of the shift, and 2367 contributing their own fuel that they've managed to scoop up from the middle, while 254 and 1323 are still shooting during this end game shift. And as we go towards the end here, it's just about how much fuel can they get in these last second shots. And by the end of this match, we'll see that we have a new world high score of 825 points. And most notably in this match, there were no penalty points given to the Red Alliance. So that is a clean 825 points with no penalties. And that is your new world high score for the 2026 FRC game rebuilt, a clean 825 points. Comment down below who you believe is going to be the next duo or trio of teams to break this new record. As always, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel to make sure you keep up to date with all the amazing content we have coming your way. Thanks again for watching this latest episode of FUNalysis.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell to stay up to date on future fun videos. It isn't too late to order competition apparel for your team at FRC Tees. Founded by FRC alumni and offering a free 14-day turnaround with expedited options available, go to frctees.com to see why hundreds of teams are making FRC Tees their first choice for their apparel needs. That's frctees.com. Cut is a premier metal cutting service for first teams. No minimum order, options for same-day turnaround, guaranteed lead times, and instant online quotes. Cut is offering first teams 50% off any future order up to $200 when you scan the QR code or go to funroboticsnetwork.com/OSHCUT. Just upload a 3D model or flat pattern to get started.